Hey folks, I'm about to set out on another day of adventure. I'm at Joshua Tree National Park, giving you a little scan of the background at my campsite where Thomas and I camped last night. There's the awesome composting toilet and our tent over here. And I'm expecting a full day of running around and hiking in the heat, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, I am at the Boy Scout trailhead, and I am going to be going through the direct sun for a while. And if you've watched any of my videos before, that is not my strong point. So I've got lots of hydration, and I've got Thomas available to meet me in about 9 miles, and I have already covered 2 of those. So I hope I'll be all right. Okay, right off the bat, having just left that trailhead, a lot of what I'm running on here is this very sandy surface that doesn't feel that crazy when I'm at this pace where I'm just walking and shooting a video, but it's exactly the same thing that I ran into on the second half of my rim to rim day of Grand Canyon, where it's just beach sandy enough to absorb a little bit too much of your energy. So every foot strike accomplishes a little bit less. So we'll see how I do on pace. Up until now, I've seen surprisingly few Joshua trees, but finally I'm getting into a little crop of them, including some actually decent sized ones. This is crazy because it's a super hot day here today. Really, really hot by comparison actually to the days before and after we're here. But looking off in the distance, what do we see? Snow-capped mountains. Easy drive from here. Apparently up here is where you do the hokey pokey. Okay, so I have finished the first 11.25 miles, and I was able to rendezvous with Thomas, who had parked his car in a convenient location to resupply me, which is good because on that first stretch where I thought I would only maybe need half of my water supply, I went through the entire thing because it is about the temperature of Mercury out here. So I'm out here on what is described as Lost Horse Trail, but it might as well be called Rattlesnake Junction. And I haven't actually seen any. I heard somebody else remarking on them, but they're out here. They're for sure out here. And one of the things that you are advised to do is to stay on the middle of the trail, because then you're more likely to see them and they're less likely to be there. But this quote-unquote trail has not been maintained apparently in who knows how long. The only reason I know I'm on it is because the All Trails app shows that I'm on the red line, and so I cannot run because I have to pick my footing by making sure that I am not about to step on a rattler. Y'all, I am so excited because the red line that I've been following has finally intersected with an actual dirt road kind of thing. So that's great because it should afford me the opportunity to run. I can be in the middle of the trail where I'm less likely to encounter any snakes, and somehow miraculously I did not actually encounter any on that last stretch of trail. So I'm gonna put down some miles now. Well, because of the way that the trails are marked and everything, I took a wrong turn, and then I was on this really nice road where I was like, yay, this is really easy. And then it turns out that wasn't, well, it was the road I was supposed to be on for a moment, but then I was supposed to make this turn off that I didn't make. So then I went about a half mile the wrong direction, and then had to double back that half mile and get back the way I'm going. So I just added a little bit of mileage in the direct sunlight, but actually I'm doing okay. I'm doing much better than I've done on some other heat days because I'm applying my strategy of pausing for like 10 seconds every time I find some sort of suitable shade where I can get my head in the shade. Okay, I am just over the 15-mile mark, and I have rendezvoused with Thomas, who resupplied me once and is now going to accompany me up Ryan Mountain. Here we go. Okay, so we've got an iguana here. Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
Excellent. Let's see how close he'll let me get. I'm sure it's some very specialized kind of desert thing that Amy Yonke will tell me is not an iguana. But what a cool looking little thing here. Okay, having finished the final climb for the day, we are now at the summit of Ryan Mountain, and you can see the whole park from here. That's pretty cool, including all of the stuff that I ran around. And here we see the Thomas in his native habitat taking pictures. Oh. All right, my friends, I am here on day 2. Thomas is with me today. Day 2 is always hard if I'm doing back-to-back hard days, and I have not done back-to-back hard days of this caliber yet. I had a massive headache yesterday and overnight from the heat that I experienced yesterday, but I feel relatively well recovered in this moment. So the plan today is to tack on another 11 or 12 miles onto the 18 that I did yesterday to get me somewhere in the neighborhood of 50K. So today will be an all hiking day through some more of Joshua Tree National Park. We'll see how it goes. But see, these things yesterday when I was in rattlesnake territory, I got one of those embedded in my shoe and then accidentally kicked my leg a bunch of times with it. Ouch. I gotta say, of the national parks that I visited, this is probably my least favorite. It's a lot of dry brown desert, and I like the desert, but not a lot of foliage to look at, despite the name. You guys, I have been looking for a rattler this whole time, and I heard a little rattle, and I know you probably can't see it very well, but look in there, there it is. It rattled at me. Boom, I have my snake. Come on, little guy, rattle for us. You can see the rattle at least. All right, we are currently headed up to Inspiration Peak, which is no joke. It is quite a climb. And got all these beautiful little purple flowers. And it is so windy up here. So we've been following the All Trails red line toward Inspiration Peak, and the trail is by no means clear. Thankfully, some people left some cairns for us. But randomly, there's just this building in the middle of nowhere.